Welcome you all to my session on stock selection. This is a most important session, and this is also most requested session of all. So as you all know, I keep telling always that selecting the stock is very important of all the other things. One of the very basic but one of the very important aspect is selecting the stock before you trade. Usually beginners will just jump into trade without selecting the proper stock. They will learn a lot of strategies, will do back test and everything, and they will jump into trade, but the stock that they select will not be the proper stock. That is, either they will select some range bound stock, or they will select a stock which is just completed its rally, or a stock which has already moved to a larger extent and now it's time for it to go for consolidation. So selecting the stock is very important. No strategy will work if your stock selection is not proper. So before learning anything, you have to do a lot of research on selecting the stock. Now many of them don't do any homework. Morning they'll just as soon as the market opens, they'll just search some stocks and they'll just start trading. This is not the way. Actually, you have to do a lot of homework. Previous day itself you have to do a lot of research and keep your stock list ready. That is, you have to analyze the stocks, you have to select the stocks which you feel will show a very good momentum the next day, and previous day itself you have to put all this to your watch list, so that morning when the trade hour opens, your mind will be free. You don't have the tension of choosing the stock because you already have the stocks in your watch list, and you can calmly monitor only these stocks which you have selected and look for a good entry point. So whatever be your strategy, first do a proper stock selection and check for the proper entry point, that is the setup, and work under exact setup, which will definitely give you good results. Again, do a proper back work, that is homework, the previous day itself. Keep everything ready so that the next day when you trade, no emotions comes into picture and you will trade according to your setup or according to your system. Now there are different methods of selecting the stocks. Maybe open is equal to high low, you have pre-open markets, you can go for top gainers, top losers, but all these methods will work only in the morning after the pre-open market session starts. So once the market opens, you will have to go and search for top gainers, top losers, open is equal to high low, all this. You can absolutely use these methods, but only once you become a pro, once you pick up that speed, you can go for this method. So once you become a pro, or once you made enough out of your capital, that is you doubled your capital, then you can go for these methods. You can check out, you can do some experiments. But initially when you bring a small capital and you want to make some good thing out of stock market, and you come in and do such silly mistakes like going with emotions, getting frustrated in the morning in the stock selection process itself, your entire trading day will be ruined. You will definitely end up making losses and your capital will be wiped out very easily. Trust me, the market is always waiting to take out your money. So it is our responsibility to safeguard the capital initially, and for that it takes a lot of research, a lot of hard work, a lot of homework. So please make sure that the previous day itself you do the required homework and morning confidently enter into a trade with proper setup. Even now I do a lot of homework. Previous day itself I'll keep all my stocks ready in the watch list, and morning I start trading in a cool mind, so that it's possible for me to share all the details of the stocks, to give you the analysis and all these things. So how I do this, I'll show you with the help of the websites wherein I scan the stocks. The first thing which you have to note, whenever you do the stock selection, you have to keep the time frame at day. Okay, you have to select the day candle and then do the analysis. For example, if your analysis or stock pick is based on the previous day high and low, then what you can do is you can just keep it ready by drawing the horizontal line. If this is a candle that we are considering, that is of 24th, then draw a line over here, horizontal line, for high and for low, and then the next day when you trade, you can just change it to 5 minutes, and now you can check whether the stock is crossing these highs and lows. If the stock doesn't move out of this range, that means that stock is becoming range bound, so you will not take any trade. Once the stock breaks any of these lines, that is the high or the low, you will apply your strategy and then take the trade. Similarly, if you are going for say support based strategy, then say here you have a good support, right? This can act as support. So what you can do is you can just draw the trend line like this. You can just draw it over like this and then change the time frame to 5 when you monitor in the morning. 5 minutes, 15 minutes, or depending upon your strategy, you have to select the time frames smaller than a day, whatever strategy you follow. Now for each strategy the time frame differs, so based on that you select this time frame and see. For example, if this is my trend line, then if this trend line is broken, then you can apply the strategy and take the trade. So this is how you have to analyze when you do the stock selection. This is a charting scanner. I use this very frequently, a very good scanner. This is available free of cost. What you have to do is you have to click screeners here. Once you click it, here you will get different screeners. These are already done actually. The formulas are fixed. So you can select any of these and do your analysis. And once you do the back test, if it works for you, you can use it. What I use frequently is mother baby pattern. You can click mother baby and search scans. It will give you a lot of options. So if you click here, change this to Nifty 50 because I usually monitor this Nifty 50 stocks. So by clicking Nifty 50 and run scan, this will give you the stocks which gives that pattern of mother baby candle. You can run the scan after 3:30, that is once the market closes, you have to run the scan, then check it out and then put the stocks in your watch list for trading the next day. So here if you see, it's giving LNT. So what you have to do is, let's check LNT only. It's telling a mother baby candle is formed here. Just change the time frame to 1 day. Right now the market is not closed, it is just 3 o'clock at the time I record this video. That's why this candle is not yet completed. I don't think this will close with the mother baby pattern. So let's take this pattern now. For example, here there is a mother baby candle. You can see a red candle and inside this candle there is a green candle. So it is a mother baby pattern. Now what you can do is you can just after the close of the market, you will just draw the lines over here, marking the high and low. Okay, so next day morning you have to monitor this. If the stock breaks these levels, that is it can break in the upper side or in the lower side. If the stock breaks in the upper side, then you can look for buying opportunity after applying the strategy whichever you are following. Similarly, if the stock breaks this line below, then you can go for selling again after applying the strategy. So what you have to do is the next day, that is the morning, next morning you have to put the time frame to 5, 10 or 15, whatever you are following, and then just check whether this is broken. You can see over here the candle broke this line. Somewhere at around 10 o'clock it broke this line. So now you can apply the strategy and you can short. Once this line is broken, either you can directly short if that itself is your strategy, or you can apply the strategy and short. You can keep a previous candle high or previous swing high as a stop loss depending upon the strategy, and your target will be RR based or strategy based. Similarly, you can check different criterias. Say if you want to check doji, it's available here only. You can just click it, run scan. It will give you all doji patterns. If you have any strategy based on this candle, then you can go for it. You can also check out this scanner, Novis Hedge Narrow CPREOD. I use this often. This will give you the stocks that can show good momentum tomorrow. I check it for futures. So for all future stocks, whichever stock shows a good momentum, I put it to my watch list tomorrow. You can see here these many stocks it's showing now. Right now market is not closed, but after the market closed, if you scan, it will give you proper results. Here again, based on the volume, you can just sort it out and you can check for the higher volume stocks. Also, you can check for patterns like Mother Baby or Doji if you are applying any particular strategy, and mark them out of these, and then you can put it to your watch list. You can also use Fatafat Stock Screener. This is also one of the good screeners. If you click here, you have both paid as well as free version. In the free version, a little delay will be there. Here if you see, this will give you high open is equal to high low, as well as gap up openings will be given here. And you can see here if it breaks the support levels, that is also given. See below S1, below S2, S1, S2. You can also check for if it breaks the resistance level, that will also be given. Once you are able to do it quicker, you can go for this. This is another website, pulse.zerodha.com. Here I check for the latest news. You keep an eye on this for the updates. You can see here Nifty is falling day by day because of the pandemic, increase in the pandemic. And here if there is any news regarding to a particular stock, that will also be reflected here. So you can just keep a watch on this. Again, just because it is something has come up here, you don't blindly take the trade. You can just put it to your watch list, because you will come to know some news is up, so something might happen with regard to that stock. So put it to the watch list, and only if you get the proper confirmation as per your strategy, take the trade. Another important thing which you have to keep in your mind is you have to keep these sector wise indices in your watch list. That is Nifty 50, Nifty Bank, Nifty IT, Pharma, Real Estate, Media, Metal, Energy. All these things, keeping a watch on all these things will again make you selecting the stock easier. Say if Nifty 50 is positive, that means usually most of the companies which are there in Nifty 50 are IT companies. So if Nifty 50 is high, you can just check Nifty IT over here. If that is also showing positive, then you can just go for looking for those stock which come under this sector. That is, you can go for Infosys, LT, Wipro or HCL, such stocks. Similarly, if you see Nifty Pharma is positive or is showing a very good trend, then you can check for some pharma stocks like Cipla, Sun Pharma. So what I exactly want to say is you should have all the stocks, all type of stocks in your watch list, so that when any of these shows you some good signal, you can go and check out those stocks. Now how to know which stock belong to which sector, I'll show you that also. This is NSE portal. Here if you go for equity and SME market, here you can get sector wise stock details. So here see, if you click this button, you'll get to know all of this sector wise details. That is, see Nifty Auto, Nifty Bank, like this sector wise all sectors you will get over here. Say for example, if you are looking for Nifty IT, just click on it. You will get to know all the companies which come under this Nifty IT sector. Here you can shortlist the stock by selecting, like if you don't want to go for the stocks of 3000, 2000, you can go for below 1000 stocks. Then this HCL Tech, Tech Mahindra, Wipro, all this in your watch list, so that whenever you find that this particular sector is moving upwards or showing a very good trend, then you can just go and check these stocks if they give any good trading opportunities. You just put these stocks over here in the watch list, and as soon as you find any good moment in that particular sector, you can directly go and check out for a good trading opportunity. I hope this video was helpful. Please follow this before you trade. This will definitely give you good results. For me, this process, selecting the stock, is very important than any other strategy. However good is your strategy, it's not going to work if your stock selection process is not good. I can give it in writing, these words, take it for granted. Please do some homework. Don't give your hard earned money, that is your capital, to the market that easily. Of course, small here and there losses will happen, but make sure that your losses are not bigger than your profits. So I wish you all the best and happy trading.